Hi, my name is Tony, and today I'm going to show you how to make my lasagna soup from plantbasedonabudget.com. I love lasagna, but sometimes it can be a little labor intensive for a weeknight meal. So instead of making it from scratch, I like to turn it into a soup. Let's get started. I'm going to start with a big pot. I'm using my cast iron pot that's enameled, but you can use any type of big pot you have. And I'm going to pour in some high heat oil. I'm using this one because it has a 500-degree smoke point. And I'm going to add in some yellow onion. This is one yellow onion. Watch out when you're pouring it in there. And I chopped mine up. I'm also going to put in 2 ribs of celery that have been chopped, 2 chopped carrots. Give it a stir. I'm going to let them saute for a few minutes, stirring occasionally. Add in 4 cloves of minced or pressed garlic. I'm using 5 cloves because mine are small. And if you're using a garlic press, make sure you scrape it so that you get all of this garlic goodness. Stir it occasionally so your vegetables don't burn. Add in 1 pint of chopped mushrooms. You can really use any mushroom that you'd like. These are the cheapest ones that they had at the grocery store. I am not a big mushroom lover. My husband loves mushrooms and I'll tolerate them. But with this dish, I feel like there are going to be so many other flavors that if you're not a big mushroom lover, it's not overpowering to have that many in there. But if you also don't like mushrooms, you can skip them altogether, or you can have them and use half a pint. Mix all the vegetables together and cook for another few minutes. We're looking for our onion and mushroom to become tender here. Add in some salt, about a half teaspoon of pepper, about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Then I'm going to add in about 3 tablespoons tomato paste. It doesn't have to be an exact amount. It can be a heaping 3 tablespoons. And then stir everything together again. While making this in the past, I've also used some plant-based beefy crumbles. You can get them at most grocery stores, including Trader Joe's. You can get them at Sprouts, Walmart, and there are a lot of different brands. Trader Joe's has their own brand, Eves or Ives, depending on how you pronounce it. They have one, and then there are the kinds that are like Beyond and Impossible. And if you want a meaty texture, that is very tasty. Now I'm going to add in the water. This is 6 cups of water. If you want to use vegetable broth instead, either homemade or store-bought from a carton, you can definitely do that too. Alternatively, you can do 6 cups with several bouillon cubes. And I am choosing to do the Better Than Bouillon that I will link down below. It's my favorite one. It's no chicken base. And as usual, I do mine by taste test. I start with about a tablespoon in a big soup pot like this and see how it goes. And I'm going just based on what I think tastes delicious, but start small if you're doing that way. Otherwise, they have some instructions on the ratios on the jar itself. Next, add in a 24-ounce jar of marinara. I'm using this one that I got in the mail, sent to me in a press package from Carbone. So I am very excited to try it in this dish. I would also use a marinara or any other tomato-based sauce you have. And I'm going to pour the whole jar in there. Watch out that it doesn't splash you, though. I have ruined many sweaters with oil splashes. So if you know how to take oil out, I know I've asked this before, but I'm always looking for ways to get oil stains out of my clothes because I'm always in the kitchen, always cooking, and always wrecking my clothing. In the written recipe I have down below, I'm using silken tofu, which I know a lot of people like. We've tested it. People like the silken tofu, but today I'm going to be using this super firm tofu, or if you have an extra firm tofu. I want it because it's a higher protein content. This is actually, for 1/5 piece, it's 14 grams of protein in comparison to the silken tofu, which has a really nice mouthfeel, is 5 grams of protein per serving. If you want to use this one, it's a great option. It's the one I developed the recipe with, but if you want more protein today, this is a better option, or one that's firmer is going to have a little bit more protein. And instead of waiting at the end with the silken tofu, I'm just going to crumble mine in right now. And I'm just going to use my fingers. If you want, you can do this in a bowl with a fork, in a large bowl, but I am going to crumble mine in the soup directly. Make sure you wash your hands beforehand. And if you are worried that your hands are not clean enough, you can also use some gloves. I have washed my hands many times while I've been cooking today, so my hands are clean. I'm doing the whole block of tofu, but you're welcome to do half of it. This is going to resemble a ricotta cheese in a lasagna. Now I'm going to stir everything in here together before adding the final piece, which is this lasagna. I'm going to take 9 pieces of this lasagna and I'm going to just crumble them in here again using my fingers. These can be a little bit hard on your hands, so you can use gloves if you'd like. You can break the lasagna up as much as you'd like. I like them to be in smaller pieces with a few large pieces mixed in, but I know that some people like very large pieces of lasagna in their soup. So it's a personal preference. Mixing everything together. My heat is on high. I'm mixing everything together and I am going to allow it to boil because my water wasn't super hot. If your water's already hot, you can immediately turn it off and put a lid on it, let it sit for 15 minutes. But if your water is like mine and not hot enough, you can let it boil for just a couple minutes and then put your lid on and leave undisturbed for 15 minutes. So I'm going to let mine sit boiling for about 1 to 2 minutes more. Then I will turn it off. Cover it up. Turn the heat off and we'll wait a bit to enjoy. I think my soup is about done. My soup is looking really good. I wanted to point out here that this is cooked al dente. I am not cooking mine until it's soft. We're going to be eating this throughout the week, so I wanted to make sure that it's not going to get too soft. And the reason I did this is because I'm planning to eat this throughout the week, and my husband will take it to work, and we don't want it to get too soft. It's going to stay in this liquid, and it's going to stay hot for probably a little bit longer, which is going to continue cooking the pasta. And this will just prevent it from getting too soft. As I'm serving this, I'll tell you also that it is great to clean out your refrigerator with this soup. If you have some broccoli or cauliflower or zucchini or kale or spinach that needs to be used up, this is a great soup to make that happen. I've got a little bit of fresh basil that I am putting on for garnish. You can also put on some crushed red peppers here if you want a little bit of spice.